Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. About a month ago, I watched an interview by the well-known Chinese journalist Chai Jing. She interviewed a Chinese man who is currently fighting for the Russian military in the Russia-Ukraine war. His code name is Macron. The interview was filmed in the frontline bunker. Just imagine the constant sound of gunfire and explosions in the background. Every word felt like it was carved out of smoke and fire. What shocked me the most was simply I never imagined I'd seen a Chinese person fighting in the trenches of Russia-Ukraine war. He wasn't there for the journalist or a volunteer. He was holding the rifle and wearing the Russia uniform and fighting for Russia. This young man, Macron, was born in 1995 in Shandong province. In 2023, he entered Russia on a tourist visa and eventually joined the Russian army. He said he never experienced a war before and wanted to know what it was really like. He also admitted money was part of the reason, but also confessed that before coming, he didn't fully understand that he might just be treated as a disposable tool. This story sounds like something out of the movie, a Chinese man dressed in Russian military uniform, standing in the trenches in the Ukraine and shooting at strangers in a foreign land. And his commander standing just next to him and once said, "When the war is over, I will kill all of you." But this isn't a movie. This is a real Chinese man living through a war. And for me, this picture is more striking and more brutal than any films I've ever seen. It's hard to wrap my head around the idea of Chinese nationals fighting in a foreign war. I used to think that only people with political stance or national cause or those forced by circumstances would get involved into the war, and especially in such a sensitive, high-stake global conflict. But the reality is some people join for money, for survival, or even just for the thrill of it. And once they are in, they often lost control over their own fate. Macron said he grew up watching patriotic films like Warstories and Liang Jian, a drawing sword, and thinking war looking exciting. When Chai Jing asked him, "Why did you come here?" he answered, "Money play part of the reason, but he also wants to know what wars are like." Another soldier said, "If I cannot even afford food, what's the point of having dreams?" The line hit me hard. You cannot really blame someone who is simply trying to survive. But at the same time, the reality behind those words is also very heartbreaking. Because it's very difficult to pass judgment on people like him. Some may call them mercenaries or traitors. Others may see them as individuals who fall through the cracks caught between survival and circumstances. Their motivations are very complicated. And some are in for the money, some are escaping debt, and some have been misled by ideas about war. And some genuinely believe that if Russia falls, China could be the next. But they are not heroes, and they are not villains. They are just lost individuals caught between global instability and personal depressions, being swallowed up by the machinery of the war. Finally, I just want to say I really admire what Chai Jing did with this interview. She managed to document the corner of the reality that as a Chinese person I almost never get to see. She didn't try to steer emotions or push particular narrative. She just simply presented the facts, one man's choice and the consequence of that choice. And because of that, we got a rare glimpse into the complex and often hidden reality of our world. The interview was in Mandarin Chinese but has English subtitles. I've linked it in the description below, and if you end up watching it, I'd love to hear what you think. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comment, and I will also continue covering stories like this that make us reflect and rethink. And I will also keep sharing what I see and experience as a Chinese person living in Japan and the wider world. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.